Hey guys, it's Jessica from Peace Love Books, and today I'm here with a video all about September romance releases. I did do this for the first time last month. I did all of the August romance releases I was excited for. I used to do these seasonally, but you guys said you wanted to do the monthly, and I do have an entire list of releases to get to. It is so long, but I am so excited for it. So we will go ahead and get to all of the releases that are happening. I don't think I sound weird, but like I flew home yesterday from California. I spent the week in California for a work trip and going to see LitCon, and for the first time my ears would not pop after flying, and so this one is still not back to normal. And I've talked to some friends and they're like, yeah, for me it takes like a couple days because I have sinus issues, and so I'm like not used to this. So when I'm talking it feels like this ear is plugged, and I hate the way I sound. It's driving me insane, but I had to film this today because it's going up tomorrow. I also got this cup from Hello Lovely at the signing, and I ended up helping out at the Hello Lovely table, and Sarah from Hello Lovely ended up gifting this to me. The reflection's making it a little hard to see the design, but look at that. It's a new cup I got at Simply Modern. They do their whole designs and the details are so pretty. I was obsessing over Sarah's cup the whole weekend, and then she gave this to me on the last day we were there, and I'm so happy. So check them out. I think this one actually is still in stock, so if you want it, Peace15 is my code, but I love it. So anyways, we're gonna get to it. Hopefully I don't sound too weird. I think I sound fine to you. Just to me, it just sounds weird. So I have this whole list. I'm going to try to go through in order. If I miss it, sorry, I wrote them down not in order. So we're just going to try our best. So the first few, it looks like September 5th is the first date. We have some coming out. I do have my computer in front of me because I do not know what any of these are about because I don't look at synopses of books. So the first one is Things We Left Behind by Lucy Score. This one is book 3 in the Knock 'Em Out series. I read book 1 and I did enjoy it. I have not yet read book 2. And like I said, this is book 3. And this one I think is still small town, and it says that there's only one woman who could set me free, but then it says he'd rather set himself on fire than ask her for anything. So I'm assuming it's hate to love. She's a Spitfire. She wants to carry on her father's quest for justice for something, and they're bonded by an old dark secret from the past. And that's what this book is. Again, like when I even read synopses, I'm like, but what does that mean? What does that mean? So we have another Lucy Score book, but it's probably going to be like really, really long because all of her books are really, really long. That's why I usually don't read them that often, but they also sometimes have like a rom-com-y edge, so we'll see how that one goes. Then we have Queen of Thieves and Chaos by K.A. Tucker. This is a fantasy romance actually, and it's book 3. I still have not read the first 2, and I have them over here somewhere because I really, oh, they're right there. I really want to. I really do love K.A. Tucker, and I've read her contemporaries, and they're really good. But I never got around to this one, so I don't know. Do I even want to read the synopsis? It's book 3 in the series. I can't tell what this is about based on the synopsis because it's book 3. It has continued the plot over 3 books, so I'm not going to read the synopsis. I already looked at it and I'm like, I don't know what that means. But we have a fantasy romance coming out on the 5th as well, so that's exciting, making me want to catch up. Now's the perfect time to catch up, right? Because now there's 3 books and I don't have to wait around a year for every book to come out. So the next one I didn't even know was coming out. I feel like Morgan Elizabeth just came out with a book, but her next book's coming out on September 5th. And it is The Fall of Bradley Reed, and it's a bodyguard romance. So there's fake dating Grum Sunshine small town bodyguard. It says, what if you actually had a hot FBI agent watching your search history while you plot revenge on an ex, and it became his mission to keep you out of trouble? So I did see Morgan Elizabeth at CMU LitCon this past weekend and realized she had a new book out, which is very exciting. This one comes out on the 5th as well, and I'm most excited for this one. Her past few releases sound like fine, but this one sounded really exciting to me, so I'll probably read this one. So that is all for the 5th. Then we have the 6th. We have quite a few coming out on the 6th. First is Destiny of Ashes by Tessa Hale. So excited for this one. I don't even need to look this up, but I do want to grab the cover for my video. So we're going to go ahead and look up Destiny of Ashes. This one is a Why Choose romance where she has 5 fated mates. I just recently read book 1 for the second time, and I'm going to go back and reread book 2 before book 3 comes out. These are ones that I really like. So the audios have been great, and she has a secret about her. Like, she's actually also paranormal, kind of, like she has some sort of abilities, and she didn't know that because she grew up with an abusive mother, and her childhood best friend came and saved her, and she moved in with him and his 4 friends, and then there's another guy that's part of the picture. So there's 5 fated mates that she has, and we unravel like what their powers are too, and it's really good. Then Elena Armas has a new book coming out called The Long Game. I honestly cannot tell you what this book is about. It's Ted Lasso inspired, which like I have never watched Ted Lasso. I know I should, but she is a soccer exec, I think, and he is a retired soccer player, and she asked for his help to coach a kids team, and there's a lot of animals on this cover, so I don't know what to expect from this, but I really do love Elena Armas. I've only read The Spanish Love Deception. I never got around to reading the second book, so this one looks really good. I love Elena Armas, like I said. I need to read the Roommate Experiment, whatever that one was, but I'm excited for this one. Ooh, then Brooke Montgomery has a new one coming out, and it's called Here With Me, and this one comes out the 6th as well, and I do have an arc of it sitting on my Kindle. I'm super, super excited. It's a forbidden age gap, small town, ex-boyfriend's dad, and one of them is a horse trainer. I'm assuming she's a horse trainer. I don't know, but I love this cover. I love that concept. I love a good age gap, small town. Like, give me Taboo, but with like the cozy small town vibes. I am so, so excited for this one. I will be reading it. Okay, so then we have the next release on the 7th. I don't know who the author this is. I found it. So every time I typed this in, it was like hockey romance after hockey romance. It's Body Check by Tegan Hunter. Comes out on the 7th, and this one is about a guy. So this says he has 2 goals: be named the captain and stay single. And then she shows up. They're stuck together for a night when their plane has to make an emergency landing, and they're gonna have one night together and then go their separate ways. And then she's everywhere, but she's off limits because of something. One night stand, billionaire heroine, hot hockey player, obnoxious, lovable teammates, text threads, steam, happy ending. So I've read 2 Tegan Hunter books, I think, and I really like them, and I'd really love to read more of her and her backlist, and we all know how amazing hockey romances are doing right now. Then the next one comes out on the 8th, and this one is a baseball romance, which is why I put it on here. I have not read this author. It is Homerun Proposal by Maren Moore, and the proposal was for her to lose her virginity, and her proposal went to the wrong brother. It was supposed to go to her best friend, but it went to his older brother, who is the university's all-star baseball captain, cocky pitcher, player on and off the field, and he says yes as long as there's no strings attached. So that one sounds so good. Very excited for that one. I have not been super in the mood for college romances lately, so we'll see if I end up reading it. Maybe I'll wait until I see some more reviews. It only has 2 reviews on here, so I'm assuming ARCs have not gone out yet, but it does say this already published, so I'm assuming she pushed it back. We'll see how it goes. Oh, then we have a Natasha Madison, who I have not yet read from, but Mine to Promise is coming out on September 8th. It's book 6 in this series. I've been nervous to read Natasha Madison. I have not read a single one by her, but I think someone that I follow read one and didn't like it. Maybe it was Tori. So I haven't been reading them, but this one is, I guess, a crossover from 2 of her series. Oh, so it is a small town one-night stand, second chance, secret baby romance. So I wonder if they like had a one-night stand, she got pregnant but didn't tell him. He says the only time I let my guard down was 5 years ago. And then he is like, then I saw our daughter for the first time. She's planning his wedding and he's holding his girlfriend's hand. He might be off limits. I don't know. It's hard to tell with the synopsis, but sounds a little messy. I do love mess. I do like Secret Baby, so I'll try this. Okay, so then we have 2 coming out on the 12th. We have Fall of Ruin and Wrath by Jennifer R. Armentrout. I don't know what this one's about. Do I want to know what this one's about? I don't know, but I feel like her title sounds like every other title she's written, and I was very confused. I think I was calling it Fate of Ruin and Wrath when I was first trying to look it up, but it says he feeds on her pleasure. So it's about gods. She's got intuition. It helps her save a traveling prince in trouble, and they take an interest in each other and their companions. I don't know. I just got this in the mail though while I was away, so I will be reading this soon, but I could not tell you any more about that synopsis. Salt Kiss by Sarah Simone comes out on the 12th as well, and I'm so excited for this book. It's Tristan and Isolde, and I used to love that movie with, I think James Franco was in it. I loved that movie, and that's all I know about the story of Tristan and Isolde. I don't know if it's like realistic or not, but it says that he left the army and he's hired by an ultra secret club to be a bodyguard, and he's drawn into that world, and he has to protect him, and then he has to guard his soon-to-be bride as she travels home from Ireland on his yacht, and they fall in love. So it's Bodyguard and Forbidden, and it sounds very good. Next is the 14th, which is Elizabeth O'Rourke has a new book coming out, and I'm so excited for this one. It's called The Summer I Saved You, and love how the cover matches everything else. It's an angsty single parent romance. So he came to the lake to be left alone, and she was a little the last time they saw each other, so I wonder if they had like gone when they were young and like now they're back as adults. So it says that the first time she saw him was when she was 6, and she knew he belonged to her. Nothing about their lives has gone to plan, and they fall in love with each other. So I do like a good reconnecting, kind of a second chance at a first chance kind of situation. So this sounds amazing. Very, very excited for that one to come out as well. Then we have a new Rebecca Genshak coming out, which is Tempting the Player. This comes out September 19th, and this one is book 4 in the Campus Wallflower series, so it is a college romance. Bodyguard romance. Didn't know it was a bodyguard romance. She's a celebrity, so it says that it's supposed to be her fresh start, and she's gonna escape Hollywood, and she wanted to feel normal. So it says, when the same hot guy runs past my off-campus house every day, she thought he was another college student, but he is actually an undercover bodyguard. So she thinks he's just being very protective and perfect for her, makes her feel safe, but he's been hired to protect her the whole time. It is giving me the First Daughter vibes. Have you seen that movie where she's the president's daughter and she like starts falling for this guy at college, and I think she was in college, and he actually ends up being a bodyguard and she doesn't know. Oh my god, that sounds so good. I'm so excited. I'm immediately gonna be reading this. I do know I did sign up for the ARC, so fingers crossed I get that. Then the 21st is going to be such a good release day because we have a new Laura Pavlov coming out. I feel like we have one from her all the time, but this one is coming out on September 21st, like I said. This is book 4 in a series. Love, love, love the colors of this cover. I love the purple, and he's an actor needing an image makeover, and she wants to show her ex-fiance she's moved on. So it's going to be fake dating, and they're 2 best friends. Oh my goodness. So they've been best friends since they were little. So it says they took their first steps together. She took a job abroad and has been away for a year, and she finally came home, and they're gonna be fake dating to help his reputation. That sounds so good. So good, and I'm so excited. I love Laura so much. I love her books. Kat Singleton has a new one too, which I'm very excited about. Kat Singleton is a small town author now. So she wrote like billionaire, office romances, then she wrote a small town romance. Now this is book 2, and this one is a Sutton Mountain romance, and she has spent her entire life in Sutton Mountain, and she doesn't like him. He's arrogant and a billionaire from the city with too much money, and he's opened a gallery right next to her bakery, and he comes to her for a favor, and they propose a deal. She gets to cater his grand opening, and he has to spend the day with her as a local. And it says she wanted to show him a different side of the town, but didn't expect to see a different side of him, and they're gonna fall in love. I do like a good billionaire romance. So this is combining her billionaire stuff with her small town stuff. So excited. So we have a few more releases left. If I've forgotten anything, absolutely let me know. Obviously I need to know. So next we have a hockey romance, and it's book 3 in the series. I love book 2. These are college hockey romances, but it is Beneath the Ice by L.A. Cotton. So this one is book 3, and it says it's an emotional and angsty grumpy sunshine romance. Okay, interesting. So they're already a couple. So I don't remember these characters in book 2, just because I read book 2 a while ago, but they love each other, and then he takes a really nasty hit on the ice, and she doesn't want him to not be able to continue playing or go pro, and they have to help him recover. So I'm assuming he's gonna go through a really bad time, because it also says she needs to save him from slipping beneath the ice, which is where the title's from. So we'll see how this goes. It sounds like it's going to be like a relationship in trouble. Like, it's not second chance, but it's not marriage in trouble because they're not married. So I'm intrigued. Rachel Reed has a new book coming out. I've already asked for it on NetGalley, and I got approved, and I'm so excited. It is an hockey, and it's got Christmas on the cover, which I'm so excited for. So this comes out September 26th as well, and this is about a guy who's on a farm team, and he's being called up as the backup goalie, and he's like kind of a quiet and a loner, and the other guy on the team treats him like they've always been best friends and really like takes him in with open arms, and they couldn't have less in common, but the new guy on the team doesn't have a place to stay, so the other guy is like, why don't you stay in my house? So it's roommates, and they're friends, and it's a friends to lovers, and they fall in love. I'm so excited. I love a good teammates romance, and I like it when they actually get along too, and they're not like rival teams. I do love a rivals romance, don't get me wrong. Like, Heated Rivalry, so good, but very excited for this one. And then the last one I have is one that comes out on the 28th. It's called Mustang Valley, and I don't remember who it was by. I just saw it and it looked good. So this one is by Sienna Judd, who I've never read before. I only saw someone post about this on Instagram, and there's nowhere on the website, the author's website, okay, that talks about this. So it is a grumpy sunshine, boss, forced proximity romance. I guess it's book 2 in a series, which I didn't know, but I really like this cover. It just screams small town, and I really want to read it. And it says, falling for my grumpy boss and roommate was never the plan. So I guess she has to move in with him, and he's great. grumpy and he's a cowboy and she starts falling for him. He has 2 rules. Don't go in his room, don't ask questions, but obviously they're gonna break those rules. So, sounds so good, and I am very excited for that one to come out as well. I almost forgot, Cleat Cute by Meryl Wilsner does come out on September 19th. Because it's not on my radar because I already read it. So I was like, wait a second, what arcs have I read that I think come out soon? So this one is actually soccer sapphic romance, and it was super, super cute. I wanted a little bit more. I don't know what I was expecting. So I'm a huge women's soccer fan, and I love following their relationships on the teams. I'm just so obsessed with them and who's dating and who has to play and who are exes, and so I thought this would be more fun. But this one was definitely very low angst romance, and it's between the captain of the team and a new rookie on the team, and they're actually kind of close to the same age, but the captain has been playing since she was really young, and she got started on the national team pretty quickly, and they do end up playing on the national team together, and it's them falling in love, and I really liked it. It was really cute, so definitely check it out when it comes out. We need more soccer romances in the world, so excited this one comes out soon. I read it back in June, so that's why I completely forgot it was coming out, but definitely check this one out. And those are all the romances that I'm very excited to come out this month. Let me know if you have any that you are super excited for and cannot wait to see. I would love to hear, and that's all I have. As always, thank you so much for watching and have a good day. Bye.